WWE has had incredible athletes throughout its long history, and Kurt Angle is arguably the most impressive of them all. The 96 Olympic Gold Medal winner worked for WWE between 1999 and 2006, later in 2017 to end his career in WWE after a 10-year run with TNA. During his first WWE run, Kurt Angle raised the bar by competing in spectacular matches against other fantastic wrestlers over the years. The Olympic hero has an endless list of classics to his name, but what is Kurt Angle's best WWE match? Well, that's why we're here at Honor Wrestling Club, and we welcome you to the club, and in today's video we're looking at the 13 best matches in WWE. Welcome to the club. In number 13, we have Kurt Angle vs Rey Mysterio from SummerSlam 2002. Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio always had fantastic chemistry. The first major match with one another was at SummerSlam 2002, the night that Mr. Great SmackDown 6 tore the house down that night, in what was one of the best openers in not just SummerSlam history, but in pay-per-view history as well. Their bout didn't even last 10 minutes, but that motivated them to have the best match that they could with the they were allotted. Angle and Rey back and forth with breathtaking sequences and reversals, and both came close to winning at numerous occasions. In the end, Angle was victorious after forcing Mysterio to tap out to the ankle lock. In number 12, we have Kurt Angle vs Shawn Michaels from Vengeance 2005. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels had one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time in 2005. Their feud was so good that WWE sent Kurt Angle over to Raw in the 2005 WWE Draft just so he could face Michaels in a rematch at Vengeance. While it wasn't on the level of their Mania 21 Classic, it was a spectacular bout. The Heartbreak Kid was close to giving up to the ankle lock yet again, but he managed to escape the hold this time. Moments later, Michaels would get his win back by delivering a sweet chin music in mid-air. In number 11, we have the SmackDown 6 Stars steal the show again at Unforgettable 2002. SmackDown was on fire in late 2002, with incredible action and great storylines week after week. The Blue Brand often stole the show during pay-per-views at the time, and Unforgiven was no exception. The best match on that show was a tremendous technical bout between Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit. The fans in attendance loved every second of the flawless technical wrestling battle between the future WWE Tag Team Champions, won by Benoit. This match was overshadowed by their WWE title match at Royal Rumble 2003, which took place just a few months afterwards, but it is another awesome bout between two of the best to ever do it. In number 10, we have Kurt Angle vs Eddie Guerrero for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 20. Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero became WWE main eventers for life under the guidance of Paul Heyman in 2002 as part of the glorious SmackDown 6. In early 2004, Guerrero won his first WWE Championship in a true feel-good moment, beating Brock Lesnar at No Way Out 2004. Angle turned heel afterwards, challenging Eddie for the gold at WrestleMania 20. The two men put on a wrestling clinic at MSG, delivering one of the best matches of that night. After an exciting back-and-forth contest over the WWE title, Angle seemingly had the match won with the ankle lock. However, the crafty champion had untied his boot a few moments earlier to ease some pain from previous ankle locks, which ultimately ended up breaking the hold, and Guerrero would capitalise with a roll-up and holding onto the bottom rope, stealing a win on the grandest stage of them all to retain his title. In number 9, we have Kurt Angle vs The Rock, also for the WWE Championship at No Way Out 2001. Before we get into this match, can we just talk about how great a pay-per-view No Way Out 2001 is? Genuinely one of the greatest B shows WWE have ever put on. But anyway, Kurt Angle had one of the best rookie years in WWE history, if not the best. It's debatable between him and Brock, really. That rookie year would culminate with Angle beating The Rock at No Mercy 2000, capturing his first WWE Championship. After an enjoyable 4-month title run with some great matches in there as well, Angle returned the favour at No Way Out ahead of The Rock's WrestleMania X7 clash with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite the loss, Angle was elevated after an impressive performance. Angle seemed more determined and aggressive than fans had ever seen him before, notably threatening to break that being The Rock's effing ankle, while applying the ankle lock. Rock regained the title after hitting 2 rock bottoms, but Angle proved that his best days were well ahead of him. In at number 8, we have Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 19. After becoming one of the best wrestlers in the world just 3 years, Angle main evented WrestleMania for the first time in 2003. Kurt Angle was the defending WWE Champion. In the other corner of the ring was the man who'd become one of Angle's best rivals, Brock Lesnar. Not even a broken freaking neck could stop Kurt Angle from competing in one of the best matches of his life. Coming off a rookie year as impressive as Angle's, the next big thing proved he could take the Olympic hero to his limit like nobody before. This hard-fought main event matchup nearly ended in tragedy after Lesnar botched a shooting star press in the end, but that doesn't take away from how amazing this match was. A few moments later, an Angle had guided Lesnar into delivering one final F5 and winning the WWE Championship, which is a hell of a feat considering he'd only been wrestling for a few years at that point. In number 7, we have Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker versus The Rock for the undisputed WWE Championship at Vengeance 2002. Not everyone can pull off a fantastic triple threat match. These matches can often be predictable and repetitive, with 2 wrestlers having a tussle inside the ring while the other wrestler is having a nap at the outside. But that was not the case at Vengeance 2002, when 3 all-time greats of Angle, The Rock, and The Undertaker battled over the American Badass's WWE Undisputed Championship. And this wasn't just after he'd returned American Badass Undertaker. This one he'd trimmed down, cut his hair, and pulled his thumb out American Badass Undertaker. The best American Badass Undertaker. The fans were into this match from start to finish. The wrestlers did everything they could to come out on top, including stealing each other's finishing moves. After an incredible finishing sequence, Rock would win the title after delivering a rock bottom to Angle. Undertaker would nearly break up the pin, but he made the save just a second too late. This felt like a real struggle, and it was a fantastic match to watch. In at number 6, we have Kurt Angle versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2001. There is no doubt that WWE's invasion angle was a huge flop. However, the highlight of that storyline was the incredibly entertaining feud between American hero Kurt Angle and dastardly villain Stone Cold Steve Austin. This was Angle's first opportunity to work as a babyface, with Austin having infamously turned heel as the new leader of the alliance. After months of great interactions on television, Angle would challenge Austin for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. They had an absolute classic, one of the few matches to really earn the DQ finish, with the crowd getting into Angle as a face despite Austin's popularity as the biggest star in wrestling history. The paranoid Austin tried every trick in the book to walk out as champion, with Alliance referee Nick Patrick disqualifying Austin, allowing him to escape with the title. While fans usually hate DQ finishes, this one made all the sense in the world given the story that was told. In at number 5, we have Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship at No Way Out 2006. Kurt Angle worked with The Undertaker many times early in his career. Surprisingly, their first major pay-per-view matches simply didn't click. A mediocre WWE title match at Survivor Series 2002 and a flat-out bad bout earlier that year at Fully Loaded. When The Undertaker challenged Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship in early 2006, fans didn't really know what to expect given their history. However, they put on an absolute masterpiece this time around. At No Way Out 2006, Angle and Undertaker worked a brilliant match that saw both men going toe-to-toe for over 30 minutes. Undertaker dominated parts of the match, but Angle seemed to have a defense for everything the dead man did, particularly in the close, with Angle using Undertaker's own weight against him when countering the Hell's Gate, scoring a crafty pinfall win to retain the gold. In at number 4, we have Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. By 2005, Angle had accomplished everything in WWE except having an all-time WrestleMania classic. While the aforementioned Brock Lesnar match was close, the finish nearly ruined the whole thing and is the only thing people really remember from that match. 2 years later, though, at WrestleMania 21, the Olympic hero battled the Heartbreak Kid. Expectations were high given their reputations as arguably the very best wrestlers in the world at that time. They proved exactly that as soon as the bell rang. And this was a show-stealing performance that fans will never forget, with Michaels showcasing great selling skills while Angle viciously targeted his lower back. Despite Michaels' best efforts, Angle caught him with the ankle lock and forced him to tap out. The two legends received a well-deserved standing ovation in the end. In number 3, we have when Angle became the first WWE Tag Team Champion in SmackDown history at No Mercy 2002. Many of Kurt Angle's best matches and moments have been basically erased from WWE history due to Chris Benoit's involvement. Despite Benoit's horrific actions in his final days, he was a major part of Angle's career, including becoming the inaugural WWE Tag Team Champions in October 2002. Angle and Benoit won the belts in the final of the tournament at No Mercy, besting Edge and Rey Mysterio in one of the greatest tag team matches of all time. Angle would pick up the win by forcing Mysterio to give up to the ankle lock. With this victory, the Olympic hero became a Grand Slam champion in the process. In number 2, we have Kurt Angle vs Brock Lesnar in an Iron Man match for the WWE Championship on the September 18th, 2003 episode of SmackDown. As mentioned earlier, Angle competed in the main event of WrestleMania 19 with a broken freaking neck. After taking time off to heal from the injury, Angle regained the title in a triple threat match against Lesnar and Big Show at Vengeance. Shortly afterwards, Les turned heel and became more aggressive than ever. Angle would have a rematch from Mania at SummerSlam, with Lesnar tapping out to the ankle lock. While a submission loss against an Olympic gold medalist is far from embarrassing, Lesnar simply couldn't accept it. They settled their issues in a spectacular 60-minute Iron Man match, 45 minutes once you remove ad breaks, on SmackDown. Lesnar was the better man that outsmarting Angle and winning with a final score of 5-4 in Lesnar's favour. It is one of the greatest matches in SmackDown history and probably the best Iron match in wrestling history. And in number 1, we have Kurt Angle retaining the WWE Championship in an all-time classic at Royal Rumble 2003. As you've seen throughout this, Angle has competed in some of the best WWE matches of all time. Above all his classics, we here at Honor Wrestling Club feel that Angle's definitive best WWE match was his championship match against Chris Benoit at Royal Rumble 2003. Everyone knew that Angle and Benoit had great chemistry, but nobody saw an all-time classic coming, especially considering that Angle was feuding with Brock Lesnar heading into WrestleMania. Still, fans forgot all about that at the Royal Rumble. They put on such a great performance and made fans believe Benoit could actually have walked out of Boston with the WWE Championship. Their reversal sequences were flawless, including the finish. Angle and Benoit went back and forth trying to apply their respective finishes, with Angle getting the best of it and applying the ankle lock to retain the title. It even made up for Triple H and Scott Steiner putting on a stinker earlier in the night. The crowd after this match stood up and gave both men a standing ovation following such an epic match. And there you have it. There's our list. So what do you think? What do you think is Kurt Angle's best match ever? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click the like button and the subscribe button to make sure you never miss any of the fun content we produce here at Honor Wrestling Club. Be sure to check out our other videos. Go on, you'll really enjoy them. We have one just like this for Seth freaking Rollins. However, that's all for now, so I'd like to thank you for watching and welcome you to the club. See ya! It's true. It's damn true.